Hello, rebels. So, another day at the medical center with my mother. They're starting to get to know us well there. So, my mother is what we call doctor-friendly person, medication-friendly person, pharmacy-friendly person. Anyway, she can get attention anyway. So, had to take her again to the same guy for the third time this week because her hand is hurting her. She made that cut, she put it in hot water, and she had some problems. So he bandaged it, told her not to use it, not to do any work, which she did. And then she was complaining that it hurt her. And other thing is, a woman is sending me to the chemist every few days to get her something, some sort of medicine or whatever. The funny thing is that the chemist 2 weeks ago, when I started taking care of her medication, of taking her to the doctor, and of the medication she's taking, which I had no clue about until now. 2 weeks ago I went to the chemist and I told her, I went once with her so he knew who I was, and then second time I went alone. She sent me for some painkillers, and I told him, you know what, I think my mother is medication addict, and I was wondering how she's getting. Every year I come here, I just find her house full of new medicines, and I throw about 200's worth of euro of parimated medicines. Yet every year I come, it's just full again. It looks like her house is like a pharmacy, And I wonder, I said, does she ever give you prescriptions, or she just takes anything like that? I didn't want to tell him, that he was kind of abusing, taking advantage of her, who was abusing medication. He was taking advantage of selling it to her. Of course, it's his business. He wants to sell. But I said it in a very, in a clever way, not to upset him or anything, but he tensed. I could feel him tense at my comment. And oh, no, of course not. He said, I cannot give any medication without prescription. So yeah, because she's taking a hell of a lot of things, and then she has all these eczemas and these skin problems and liver problems and all and now I'm finding out that she has all these problems, and I wonder if it's not from too much medication. So I kind of informed him that I was taking care of it, and that from now on he couldn't just sell her anything, okay? And so the last 3 days I've been going there because she's been sending me for stupid little things like powder for scratching because she's itching a lot, creams or I don't know what. And I told him today I went again. I said, well, here I am. I took over for 2 weeks and I've already been 4 times here, She always sends me. I'm trying to keep her off medication, but she's always finding something to send me for. He's not very smiling at me, it was weird anyway. So we went to the medical center again today, and I went first in. And I said to the doctor, here we are again. And said she's complaining about pains in her hand. And he said, well, he said to me, I think she likes me. It was kind of an innuendo, like, we know what women like their doctors are, why they like their doctors. Anyway, she had to do two specialists. Okay, so we went to him, and then we went to the normal doctor, the pathologist, I think, to look at her red and blue legs. So this guy was kind of just looking from afar at her legs, and he was like, "Did you fall?" She was like, "No, I didn't fall, I scratched." She's got a big hole like this on her leg, that it's something more than a scratch. Anyway. And I could feel the doctor was a kind of weird, oh God, another, person who doesn't know why she's coming to me. And she was like, "I don't know, I come to see, what is this on my legs?" And it was like, "Okay, do you take any medication? And what medication do you take?" and all that. And she was like, "I don't know." The same, she was going to pull the same game she pulled the first time 2 weeks ago when we went to a gastro, and anyway, that guy for the intestines and all that, anyway. And which was her game was, he was asking her what medication you take, and she was like, "I don't know, I don't care. I don't know, I don't care." She was always, "I don't know, I don't care." The guy was very polite. Well, this guy today was not this type of guy. You couldn't say, "I don't know, I don't care," and she understood it straight away. So she was like, "I don't know, I don't remember." She had another style with him. But the guy was kind of strict, like, "Okay, if you don't know why you came to me, how am I supposed to know why you're coming to me? Or if you don't know what medication you're taking, who will? Who knows?" And he was very not aggressive, I would say, but straightforward, And I could tell my mother was getting tense, and she didn't like, because she was not getting the attention that she usually gets from nice doctors. She wants them really to care about her and look after her and wonder, and be nice and funny to her and joke with her. This way, what she wants the doctor to be with her. So she didn't really like this one. And on the way, before, so the conversation was like kind of, at the end, he eased up and he started talking to her and he examined her and all that. And he was like, "Do you smoke?" And she said, "No." "Do you drink?" And she said, "Yeah, I drink wine." "How much?" So she said, 1.5 liters a day. And I was like, "At least." I added up to that, "at least." And he was, "Whoa, 1.5 liters. That's a lot." He said, "I drink, but I don't drink so much. Why do you drink so much? And how many years have you been drinking?" 15, she says. 25, I say. It was kind of conversation. She gives an answer, I give a second answer and all that. But he kind of, I suppose they've had these kind of people. So she was trying kind of not to upset her, kind of ignoring my answer, which of course he took in consideration, but he ignored it in front of her so she doesn't get upset, and let her speak. And he was like, 15 years, that's a lot, why? Why do you drink so much? And then she answered to him, she said, "My doctors always told me that I'm gonna live to be 110. And then I added to that, "Yeah, but I doubt that we're gonna live that much, We're gonna die before." And the doctor kind of laughed. It was not about the age thing. It was like she was gonna kill us if she lives that much, And the doctor laughed, and he turned around. He said, "Who are you?" to her, and I said, "I'm her daughter." And said, "And why does she drink so much? 15 years?" He said, "Well," and then I was, because he was talking straight to me, so I was going to say again 25, but she said it before me. She said 25. So, I mean, they have a way to get them to say things, and ignore what the I suppose the children or the other person who's with them telling them the truth, not to upset them. Anyway, so at the end there was a little joke like this between them. He sent us the blood test, and we're gonna see what the blood test gonna say. For the moment, all the exams we've been doing, there's something else that's coming up, and God, it's so tiring. God, it's so tiring, and it's like really annoying to have to talk about doctors constantly with her. I mean, every day she calls me, and tomorrow what exam do we have to do, and what doctor we're going to say. But in a way, she's liking all this attention, and on the other hand, she's trying to, I'm so tired of all these doctors, but I know she loves it. She loves it. She was quite upset. I mean, she'd been moaning about the bandage she put on her hand for the last 2 weeks, and yet today he took it off, and she was like, "Oh, you're not putting another one, so I won't have to come again." And isn't it awful? And it's even worse because I'm not a doctor's person at all. I really has to get bad before I go to the doctor. And I'm certainly not a medication person to a degree where I have harmed myself by not going to the doctor and seeing stuff like a cold that turned into pneumonia, for example, or something like that. I have had these experiences, and I always say, okay, I have to be a bit more serious about taking a bit more seriously my health, and not hope that they're gonna disappear with herb tea and I don't know what, and natural medication. Anyway, so medication's not called medication, but I always think that I can get everything out of my system with natural stuff. So a few times I went a bit too far, and I did some damage to my health because of that. But for me to find myself around this woman who's addicted to that, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy for every little thing, I'm also afraid, I see her legs red like this, and then she wants to go and she sends me to the chemist to go and get her cream for the itch. Yeah, but first go to a dermatologist. I mean, if you're gonna do it properly. It's just like they want to use and abuse medication to get worse. I sometimes wonder if she must know that it's only gonna make something else worse, yet she's using this, and I suppose that it must be soothing for her to know that, that way I'm gonna get another reason to go to the doctor. God knows. Don't know how they're thinking, really. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny to go through that. It's hell, actually. It's not funny. It's funny in a way. It's funny to see the nurses and the receptionists seeing us every day and going, oh, here we are again, was it this time? Oh, God. Anyway, I'm sure loads of you who are still in contact with your narcissist parents have some funny stories about, and they're getting old, of course, and I'm sure you have some funny stories in all this frustration to say. And the other thing that they don't remember, but that's gonna be, they don't remember anything, that's gonna be another video. Keep it to medication today, in short. Just need to share. Bye.